Welcome, class. Thanks for coming to class today. I'm going to start by doing our roll call. Never mind. Everybody can be in class today. It's fine. All right, get your notes out, everybody. Let's start. All right, so today we're talking about the Reconstruction Period. The Reconstruction Period. The Reconstruction Period was an effort to restore Southern states to their union and to redefine African Americans' place in American society. Here's a little picture for you to look at. All right, here we go. Here's the next slide. Why was the Reconstruction Period an unfinished revolution? Lost promises? Free? Make sure you underline free. Free, it was never free. They never got free. The war continued. To this day, this war is continuing. Segregation. The Emancipation Proclamation. The Emancipation Proclamation was written in 1863 by Abraham Lincoln. It was a speech given by President Abraham Lincoln that gave slaves freedom. Here's a little snippet of that speech. Free, and by virtue of the power and for the purpose aforesaid, I do order and declare that all persons held as slaves within said designated states and parts of states are and henceforward shall be free. Slaves were supposed to be free. It was not until the 15th Amendment that the black community was free to do what they wanted. If you need me to slow down, just raise your hand, everybody. I'll slow down for you. War continued. The Civil War was continued for an additional 2 years of the Reconstruction Period. It is hard to reconstruct the nation when war is continuing. The government was raising tariffs, inflation hit, and the government kept finding money to pay for the war. General Orders number 143. In 1863, Secretary of War E.D. Townsend wrote the General Orders number 143, War Dependent in Washington, D.C. It was 9 sections. Each one talked about different procedures. Number 6, colored troops may be accepted by companies to be afterward consolidated and regiments by the adjutant general. What is segregation? Segregation is when someone is kept apart from other people. Segregation soon became official policy enforced by a series of Southern laws. Through so-called Jim Crow laws, legislators segregated everything from schools to residential areas to public parks to theaters to pools to cemeteries, asylums, jails, and residential homes. There were separate waiting rooms for whites and blacks and professional offices. In 1915, Oklahoma became the first state to even segregate public phone booths. Reconstruction Amendments. The Reconstruction Amendment in 1865 are different amendments that were supposed to help former slaves. They were supposed to help with discrimination for certain civil rights. Black codes were laws for the black community that told them how they are going to live and work. And here's just a little picture that somebody drew up. This is what it seemed like back in the day. The Jim Crow Law. The Jim Crow Law were laws that were in effect that enforced racial segregation in the southern United States. All right, any questions? No? All right. Homework for tonight. Read chapter 16, answer questions 1 through 5, 10 through 12, and then study for exam over chapter 14 through 16. Thank y'all for coming. Class is dismissed.